It's -71. Even the strongest freeze. You stop for a moment, and that's it.
At -71 degrees Celsius, a single deep breath feels like you're swallowing needles of ice. Out here, in the heart of Siberia, survival isn't just a word, it's a constant, physical battle against an element that can freeze your lungs solid. At these temperatures, the world just operates under a different set of rules. Metal gets brittle, car batteries die, and one moment of carelessness can cost you a finger to frostbite. This is Yakutia, the coldest inhabited region on the entire planet. Imagine a cold so absolute it can make steel brittle enough to shatter. A cold so deep it feels like the enemy of life itself. This is a land where winter temperatures don't just dip below zero, they plummet to -50, -60, and in the nearby village of Oymyakon, a record-breaking -71 degrees Celsius. So, how do people possibly live here? How does a community thrive against odds that seem impossible? From the heart of that impossible cold, a creative fire is burning. One of the world's most unlikely film industries is roaring to life to tell its own stories. This is the story of Yakutia, the Sakha Republic in Russia's Far East. It's about how the harshest climate on Earth created more than just a resilient people, it forged a profound culture, and now, a cinematic voice that's starting to captivate the world. How did a place defined by ice become a hotbed for cinema? The answer is buried deep in the frozen ground, and deep within the spirit of its people. This is Nikolai, a father of 3 and a firewood hauler in Yakutia, where winter drops to -50. His truck is his lifeline. But yesterday, he made a mistake, he turned off the engine. Tired from a long haul, he made a decision he'd regret by dawn, he turned off the engine. And in this place, you don't do that. By morning, the truck was a block of ice.
Life is harsh. I left my car without running its engine outside and it froze like a dead rock. I had to put fire on it to melt it. Took my whole day to do so.
Nikolai spent the entire day boiling water, pouring it over the hood, wrapping the engine in blankets, and lighting a fire beneath it. Out here, even machines freeze like stone. But men like Nikolai, they don't. You can't really understand Yakutia until you understand the cold. This isn't just a season of winter, it's a 9-month reality that sets the rhythm for everything. The capital, Yakutsk, is the coldest major city on Earth, built entirely on permafrost, ground that's been frozen solid for thousands of years. This frozen earth is both a foundation and a constant threat. Every building, from apartment towers to markets, stands on massive concrete stilts driven deep into the permafrost, just to keep the heat from the buildings from melting the very ground they stand on. But now, that ground is starting to give way. Climate change is warming the Arctic faster than anywhere else, and in Yakutia, the consequences are terrifyingly real. As the permafrost softens, buildings are warping, roads are buckling, and the landscape itself is slumping in a process called thermokarst. The ground they've trusted for generations is literally sinking beneath their feet. Surviving here is a learned skill, a daily calculation of risk and respect for the cold. Life goes on, but on winter's terms. For younger kids, school stays open until the temperature hits -54 Celsius. If you leave a car outside, you either keep it running 24/7 in its own little cloud of exhaust, or you park it in a heated garage to stop the engine from becoming a solid block of metal. In many villages, you don't get water from a pipe, you harvest it. Every fall, crews head out to the rivers to cut huge, crystal-clear blocks of ice. They store them all winter, melting them as needed for their main source of drinking water. Even the air is different. In the deepest cold, it gets thick with ice fog, a dense haze of frozen crystals that makes every breath feel like you're inhaling tiny needles. People learn to breathe through their scarves and move with purpose. Homes are built with double, sometimes triple, doors that create airlocks to keep the brutal cold from getting in. This constant negotiation with the elements has shaped the people here, the Sakha, into a community of incredible resilience. But it's done more than that, it has woven the environment right into their souls. Their food is a perfect example. Traditional farming is nearly impossible, so the diet is heavy in protein and fat from reindeer, horse, and fish to generate the heat needed to survive. A local delicacy, stroganina, is raw fish, flash frozen the second it's pulled from the water and then shaved into delicate, icy ribbons. It's a food born from pure necessity, and perfected by tradition. Clothing isn't about fashion, it's armor. Traditional garments are made from reindeer fur, not just for warmth, but because they're believed to hold a spiritual protection that connects the wearer back to the natural world. This deep relationship with nature is the foundation of Sakha culture. They are a Turkic people who migrated here centuries ago, bringing their language and beliefs and adapting them to this incredible landscape. They learned not to fight the cold, but to understand and respect it, to find life within it. And from that respect, a completely unique worldview was born. When your world is this powerful and unforgiving, spirituality isn't some abstract idea. It's a daily conversation with the world around you. The traditional beliefs of the Sakha people are a mix of shamanism and tengrism, an ancient Turkic faith that honors the eternal blue sky. In this view, the universe has three layers: the upper world of the gods, the middle world of people, and the lower world of spirits. Nature is alive with spirits called ichi, which live in everything: rivers, fire, trees, animals. A shaman, or oyun, is the bridge between these worlds, the one who can travel between them to heal, find guidance, and keep the balance.
In ancient times, the great warrior Urum stood forth.
You can see this connection explode with life during Isak, the summer solstice festival. After 9 months of cold and dark, Isak is a massive, joyful celebration of nature's comeback. It's the Yakut New Year, a time to thank the Eye, the light spirits from the upper world, for bringing back the sun. The whole celebration is a showcase of cultural pride, with traditional sports, horse races, and huge feasts. The heart of it all is the Oswokai, a giant circular dance that can go on for hours, sometimes even days. People link hands, moving in a slow, hypnotic circle that follows the path of the sun. The belief is that anyone who joins the dance will be filled with enough energy to get them through the next long winter. It's a dance of community, gratitude, and life. In Yakutia, horses aren't just animals, they're a bloodline. The native Yakutian horse is a small, stocky marvel of adaptation, able to survive temperatures that drop below -60 degrees Celsius, foraging through snow to find food and enduring winters with no shelter. But these horses aren't only a symbol of survival, they're celebrated as champions. During summer festivals like Isak, horse racing becomes the pulse of the celebration. Riders, many of them teenagers who grew up in the saddle, gallop across sunlit plains, cheered on by crowds wrapped in traditional dress. It's not just sport. It's ceremony. A tribute to the horse as a spiritual partner, a provider, and a proud bearer of Yakut identity. When those hooves strike the thawed ground, they carry centuries of memory, of migration, myth, and the eternal rhythm of life against the odds. From the breath of the Comas to the rhythm of the Oswokai, storytelling in Yakutia has always been elemental. But now, that ancient instinct is stepping onto modern stages through film. What started as low-budget, homegrown productions has quietly grown into one of the most surprising film industries in the world. Welcome to Sakha, a nickname that started as a joke, but now captures something real. Yakutia produces more films per capita than any other region in Russia. Locals flock to theaters to watch stories told in their own language, featuring characters that look and live like them. Shot on shoestring budgets, often in freezing temperatures, these films are wildly successful at home, sometimes earning more at the Yakut box office than Hollywood blockbusters. Some of these movies are made for under $10,000, yet they outsell Marvel and Disney during their regional runs. The secret isn't spectacle. It's relevance. These films reflect the everyday lives, legends, and landscape of the Sakha people. Some explore local mythology and traditional epics. Others tell gritty dramas about life in the taiga or tender love stories set in -40-degree snowstorms. And all of them speak to a community that sees itself so rarely reflected on global screens. From the preserved DNA of mammoths to the living resilience of its horses and the epic stone pillars that guard its rivers, Yakutia projects a story of deep time and powerful endurance. It's a land where the distant past is constantly resurfacing, shaping the present and offering a unique identity to the world, an identity of survival, adaptation, and profound connection to a land of beautiful extremes. From the deepest freeze on the planet, a vibrant and vital culture endures. It speaks of a world where ancient spirits and modern life live side by side, where the land isn't a resource to be used but a living thing to be respected, and where the strength of a community can turn the harshest place on earth into a home. The story of Yakutia is more than just one of survival, it's a bridge. A bridge between worlds, between the deep past and the challenging present, and between their remote corner of Siberia and the rest of us. It proves that even from the most extreme environments, stories of incredible warmth, depth, and beauty can and will find their way to the light. The story of Yakutia is still being written, with new discoveries and cultural expressions emerging from the ice. If this journey into the world's coldest inhabited region fascinated you, hit the like and subscribe buttons to help us share more stories from the hidden corners of our world. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. What other hidden cultural scenes should we explore next?